What is up, everybody? It's time for some Grenzo Goblin Uprising action. Hope you're ready. We got some goblins. They're angry, man. They had like one Netflix login for the jail from one of their goblin cousins, and their goblin cousin changed the password. And they were binge watching some show. Now they're just mad. They're ready to riot. Grenzo's gonna let them out, rightfully as he should. Or get some Thalia. Get some hate bears on goblin action. I like that. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, I like this. Got a little bit of goblin ringleader. Got some Goblin Matron, Mogwar Marshal, Siege Gang. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to keep on this bad boy. So we're playing Grenzo, Dungeon Warden. He enters the battlefield with X counters on it in his casting costs. Then for 2 colorless mana, put the bottom card of your library in your graveyard. If it's a creature card, then you may put it on the battlefield. So we've got this whole deck set up. It's a Goblin deck right here. There's a few other creatures. Like if we get, basically you can get Grenzo down for like straight up just 2. And you'll be okay. You miss out on Krinko. Krinko's pretty much the only creature card we miss out on when we get Grenzo down. So we'll see what we can get into. So when he enters the battlefield, we also have Goblin Ringleader. So when he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4, put all Goblin cards reveal this way into your hand, the rest on the bottom. We have a couple non-Goblin creatures. Oh, let's cover it. Thalia. So first strike, creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Blind Obedience. Okay, yeah, we got some hate bears going on. Okay, so I'm gonna get down Swamp and let's go ahead and get into some yeah, let's go ahead and go for some Grenzo action. I guarantee you though, every time you get Grenzo down pretty quick, it the first card you flip is always Krinko off the bottom. Alright, so we get Grenzo down, and then go and pass the turn. But yeah, we've got a nice little hand. So as far as what we're going to do next turn, we may go for a Goblin Matron, search your, put it in your hand. Because we've got a nice little Goblin spread in our hand, so we may not have to use the Goblin, his ability, his bottom ability. But one thing I do is when we're playing Grenzo is always keep a little notepad, even if you're playing in paper or online, just to keep up with what's on the bottom of your library, especially if you don't have a shuffle effect, because if you don't keep up with it, you'll definitely it's pretty easy to lose track of it sometimes. But yeah, we're probably going to go ahead and Goblin Matron, and then we can just get into some straight up get into some what's it called? Get into some Krinko action, because we'll have enough mana to get it down. They'll enter the battlefield tapped, but it'll put a nice little board state on them. Get into Urborg. Okay, so let's go ahead and go Mountain. I'll go ahead and swing in for 2 right now. We're not above that. Goblin's got his dungeon key swinging above his head. So let's go to Goblin Matron right now. And then game plan right now is to get in some Krinko action. Krinko Mob Boss. Mob. King of the Mob. And then next turn we can get down, we'll get down Mountain, get down Krinko. Hopefully be able to, I'm probably might have some type of removal, but we get Krinko down, I'll have some fun that way. Relic Barrier, tap target artifact. Okay. That's a little weird. Goblin Diplomats, okay, let's go ahead and go Mountain. Let's go ahead and come in hot for 2. Come in hot for 3. Drop down to 35. Let's go ahead and get into some Krinko action. If he has any spot removal, I'll probably go and use it on Krinko this turn. And what, 5 mana next turn, and we can get into yeah, we're going to get into Siege Gang Commander. If we get into Kikijiki on Siege Gang, oh yeah. Start cashing in those Goblin tokens real quick. But he's tapping for, it looks like he's tapping for 1 white mana right now. Meekstone. Creatures with power 3 or greater don't untap during their controller's untap step. Oh man, okay. So we whiff on the Krinko Goblin Matron tutor right there. But we've got a nice little Goblin spread in our hands, so we'll make it work. And Meekstone, that's just such, I don't know, it's a weird looking artifact right there. This is strange looking. Alright, so let's get down to Urborg. Let's go ahead. Do we want to go ahead and swing in right now? Yeah, we'll go ahead and swing in. So we got 3 coming across. Goblin Matron's got all of her little goblin kids holding on to her. She runs in, bangs our opponent on the head. Drop our opponent down to 33. We get a Mad Ante. Well, no, if we get down Mad Ante, then it'll pump Grenzo, and so we need to be careful with the Meekstone out there with Goblin Lords actually. So we need to keep it under 2 or less. Let's go. Yeah, let's go Goblin Pile Driver. And then let's go ahead and go Mogwar Marshal. So we'll get an extra Goblin token. Okay. It's a nice little Goblin shredder. Yeah, because if we get down Mad Ante right now, it'll give some of our creatures will be +2/+2, but then it'll turn Grenzo off, untapping. Yeah, well, we can maybe get down Mad Ante next turn because it'll be 2/2, 2/2, 2/3. You can still swing in. Got Mother of Runes coming in. And we're on the full extort bandwagon on this bad boy. But we can go Mad Ante, and then we'll just lose. Well, technically, we'll just lose Grenzo and then Krinko again for sure. We just need to not get another one. I'm not gonna pay the echo cost. Thanks, Mogwar Marshal. Appreciate it, man. So we get one more Goblin token that comes to the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it because then we'll still have. We can swing in here, 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 and here. Mad Ante will be she'll be a 2/2, so we can come in hot with her. And we'll go and get in Goblin Diplomats too. Get down Mad Ante. Okay. So we can sling into the Matron, Goblin Pile Driver, and the regular Goblin. Man, this is where I wish on Magic Online you could choose your own Goblin token. This is a pretty cool Goblin token, but I know there's cooler ones out there. I just, that'd be so cool, man, if you could set your own tokens on Magic Online. I would love that. I know that would probably be it might be a little hard to do. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't program or anything like that, but I'm sure with the amount of there's always bugs in Magic Online, so I'm sure it would rank really, really far down on the things to do list for Magic Online. So, but that would be cool, man. I would love that aspect to it. Now, as far as swinging in, we're looking at 1, 2. Looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we get in for 8. Goblin Pile Driver. He's a 2/3 now, so that's really going to help. Well, no, Thalia is going to be a 3/2. But what we can do is we can get down Siege Gang Commander and start popping. But yeah, this man, I just I played a lot of tribal decks when I first got into Magic, and so playing this, I hadn't played this in a long time, so it feels pretty good to get this fired up. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3. We have 5. We have 6 mana, so we're 1 away from Chancellor. Let's go ahead and get down Siege Gang. And we'll cash in those extra tokens. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That way we can start pinging our opponents' creatures. So we're getting down Siege Gang, and we're going to get into 3 extra goblins. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to wait until next turn because we have a bunch of extra goblins. So we're going to, we could swing in, but I'm going to try and get like an Alpha Strike because he does have a first strike creature. We're looking at 1, 2, Goblin Pile Driver, 3. Yeah, I'd rather just leave some goblins up to swing in. I mean, have a real nice Alpha Strike swinging in because we can activate Siege Gang, 2 damage target creature or player. So if we want to, we could actually, we're looking at 12. Looking at 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, we can get into spots where we can just ping our opponent with Siege Gang Commander. At the same time, we can also start getting Krinko up and run. Not Krinko. Start blind firing on Grenzo if we want to have some fun. But I think what we're going to do next turn is blast Thalia and Mother of Ruins. We could Explosive Revelation. Choose target creature or player. That'd be 5, but we cut out on Siege Gang mana. So let's go ahead and we have 6 mana, so we'll have enough to like, kind of clear him out because we'll target him, and if he targets Mother of Ruins, then we can get yeah. Let's go ahead and do Siege Gang. Sack a Goblin. We'll just go ahead and sack Krinko because we're real far away from getting rid of that Meek Stone. So now we're in a spot to where if he wants to Mother of Ruins, his own Mother of Ruins, he's going to have to do that. At least we can blast Thalia in response to it. Or we can blast it in response to the activation. I just love imagining Siege Gang just throwing all those little goblins right there. I love it. Okay, so in response, we're going to go ahead and blast Thalia. And let's go ahead and sack, I'm going to sack the Goblin Diplomat since we can't swing in with them. And then we'll go ahead and blow up Mother of Ruins. And who do we'll go ahead and sack, we'll just sack one of our Goblin tokens. Take care of Mother of Ruins. Okay, so now we're going to be able to swing in. Actually, we might be able to close it out. Let's see. Grenzo's been pretty patient, so we're coming in hot with the team. Goblin Pile Driver's going to get +2. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7, so it's going to be 14. Oh, look at that Pile Driver right there. Yeah, man. Alright, it looks like he's got some type of response. Come up. Okay, so if it can come up and prevent all damage that be dealt to you in planeswalkers you control this turn by sources you don't control. If damage from a creature spin this way deals that much damage to that creature. He doesn't have enough mana for the extort trigger. Okay, did I read that correctly? He just made all of our goblins punch themselves. Oh man, okay. Alright, fine man. I shouldn't have thought we were going to win the game on that one. Okay, so let's put Goblin Pile Driver, Mad Antsy, and Goblin Matron in there. Okay, so now we're going to start blind firing some Grenzo action now. The gloves are off. We just... Oh, that was beautiful, man. Oh. Okay, so now we're looking to get Grenzo next turn, and we'll have at least one blind fire we can get off. Man, I shouldn't have swung him with the board. I should have known that was coming in hot. Oh, I like that. That's beautiful, man. Good job on our opponent. Alright, so a couple things. We're looking to get down Grenzo next turn. We can Goblin Ringleader. We can Explosive Revelation to kind of get some stuff going down on the bottom. We have to change our game plan up a little bit. Yep, comeuppance. Good job, man. Locks it on Gatekeeper. Artifact creatures, land your opponent's control, enter the battlefield tapped. Okay. Alright, so, right now, we do have a win condition. We need to get 12 goblins out there and activate Siege Gang Commander 12 times. Well, now 13 times. With that extort trigger. So, Tormod's Crypt. We're okay with Tormod's Crypt. You know, we do have a couple things where we put target card in the graveyard in the bottom. put them on the bottom of your library. So, but it's not the end of the world. But I still like every time I see Tormod's Crypt, I'm always just like, like I feel like so nervous. Oof. Like I hate it. Graveyard hate. Why would anybody play graveyard hate? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get down. Let's get down some Grenzo action. Yeah, I like that. Cast Grenzo. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely want to keep him at 2, so we don't have to worry about that Meek Stone. And then Krinko's already in the graveyard, so get Grenzo out for 2, and we'll just go on Blind Fire probably. Well, we can wait to do it on our opponent's turn. Yeah, we'll wait. So another thing we can do is, so we have Chancellor of the Forge. So if we can get down Reckless One, we get down Goblin Ringleader, and get into spots where we cast Chancellor of the Forge and put X11 red goblins on the battlefield, and there's a number of creatures we control. So hopefully we can cash that in and get into spots where we get enough mana to where we can just start siege ganging our opponent. I love just seeing CJ Commander just loading them up, chunking them, loading them up, chunking them. We do have Kiki-Jiki in here, so we can get into some really fun shenanigans with Kiki-Jiki and Chancellor. But man, this is why I play Commander, man. This is why I love Commander as a format, because Comeuppance. Okay, well, I'm gonna hit 2 in response to that suppression field. Okay, so we're gonna activate Grenzo in response to that. Let's see if we just blind fire a creature right now. Ah! Mindclaw Shaman. Yes! Oh man, it feels good just to get lucky sometimes. Yeah, yes, buddy. What you got in your hand? He's only got 3 cards in the hand. He may not have anything. But if he's got a path, we're definitely going to use that bad boy up. This is looking like to be a major prison deck right here, so we're probably going to lose this one. But I've had so much fun with Comeuppance and just blind firing that Mindclaw Shaman. Come on, buddy. You get to cast it. Don't scoop on me now, man. Okay, so we got the Mindclaw Shaman. Okay. So we're definitely Retribution of the Meek, destroy all creatures power 4 or greater, they can't be regenerated, Stony Silence. We're going to fire this Return to Dust off. And we're going to exile that Meek Stone. That way we can free us up, start attacking. So let's go and fire this Return to Dust. And let's go after the... I'm not too worried about the Blind Obedience right now, but Meek Stone's really kind of putting us down. Well, I'd love to have Suppression Field. Get rid of that, but we're going to go after Meek Stone right now. Man, that felt good. Just blind firing a Mindclaw Shaman, coming in hot, coming out of the bottom of the library. Okay, so now that freezes up. So now we've taken care of the Meek Stone. We can get down Reckless One. We can also get into some Goblin Ringleader. Well, not next turn, but with the suppression field out there, activated abilities cost 2 more to activate unless they're mana abilities. So that's really going to slow us down, blind firing Grenzo, and that's also going to really complicate us getting down Siege Gang Commander. And what did he have in his hand? We need to write that down. That was he had destroy all creatures of power 4 or greater. And he had something else in his hand. What was it? I'll remember. Man, I cannot remember. I just remember it was destroy 4. Oh, and he had something with an artifact. I don't think it really mattered. Yeah, I remember it. I can't remember what it was. Okay. Alright. Haste. Goblin spells cost you 1 less to cast. Okay. So we get into Frog Tosser. That's going to have haste. We still have Blind Obedience, though, so it's going to enter the battlefield tap. So now our Goblin spells cost 1 less to cast. We can cast Goblin Ringleader for 3. He has haste, too. Let's go and get down the Ringleader, see if we can't flip anything off the bottom. Get into Goblin Ringleader. Okay. See what we get into with Ringleader. And yeah, we're not going to swing at Siege Gang because he can block on Loxodon. He's guarding the gate right now. Mind Claw is just going to die to a gate. So right now we're probably going to try and set up an alpha swing. Goblin Lackey. So that's going to be, yeah, it's not going to really matter, that stuff on the bottom. Put those on in any order. Let's get down Goblin Lackey. Now, with Goblin Lackey, whenever it does damage to a... and I cannot tell you. Usually I love old art, but the old art Goblin Lackey is so goofy looking. Like, it's like there's a goblin that's whispering to it, and this one looks so much cooler, man. I love the this version of Goblin Lackey. It's so good. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn right now. Okay. Now we're getting to the spots where if we get into just one more mana, because we've been sitting here chilling at 6 mana for a long time, so we should be getting into land pretty quick. We can get in some Chance of the Forge and get into a lot of goblins that way, and then swing in with one big alpha swing, because he's only at 26 right now. We'd have to watch. We've already got comeuppance out of the way, so we'll make sure we swing in for just enough. Man, that is, you fell into my trap card. Okay, so we got Static Orb. As long as untapped players can attack more than 2 permanents. Ooh, brutal. Okay, definitely going to have to get into a, hey, we're going to grind this one out, man. I like playing against Pillow Fort decks. I feel like it's achievement unlocked if you can win right here, so we're definitely going to do that. So we're going to have to set up an alpha swing. Untap 2 permanents. So let's go ahead and, yeah, let's go double red. Kiki Jiki. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grind this one out, man. Slowly, 2 permanents at a time. Hopefully we can get into some other action. Alright, so if we get into our land, we're looking at Chance of the Forge. We're going to have to untap all of those. Okay, now it makes a little more sense why he's got Relic Barrier in there to untap his... If he's running stuff like... I bet there's a Winter Orb in there, too. So we got 2 more lanes untapping next turn. Get into Kiki Jiki. Get into Reckless 1. Let's get into the battlefield tap because of Blind Obedience. It's just going to take a long time to get this set up. Sword of Light and Shadow. Okay. So +2/+2 have protection from black and red. Black and white. No deals damage. You gain 3 life. Return 1 creature card from your graveyard. Untap 2 permanents. Let's go ahead and we're on the mana bandwagon right now, man. Cloak and Dagger. Don't want to cast that right now. Now, if we get down Reckless 1, he's going to have to block with Reckless 1. We can Kiki Jiki. In his hand right now is just the destroy our creature's power 4 or greater. So he can cast that next turn if he wants to. Yeah, let's untap those 2 swamps and hope that we get into one more land next turn. Yeah, because I'm gonna try and set up an alpha swing. It's gonna take a minute, but I'm not gonna give up, man. And if he wants to equip the Light and Shadow, he's gonna have a 4/7. A 4/5. Where I got 7 from. I have a 4/5. So if we want to just chump block across the board, we can do that. But it's still going to cost 2 more because of his suppression field out there. Untap 2 permanents. We'll go and tap the swamp. Hopefully we hit a land so we can play it. Ooh, get into Badlands. Beautiful. So let's get down Badlands. Oh, enters the battlefield tap. Duh. Okay, so now as far as what we want to do, we can untap Badlands and the Frogger, Frog Tosser. Then we can get into Reckless one. It's going to enter the battlefield tapped. Yeah, Kiki Jiki's pretty much out of the game plan right now. Well, we can Kiki Jiki at Mindclaw Shaman. But I want to get down Chancellor. That way we can untap all those goblins and start swinging in. And I mean, if he didn't have suppression, if he didn't have static orb out there, I would so just siege gang him to death right now, untapping 2 land. But yeah, it'll be forever to get hit on mana doing that. See what he's getting into now. Each player can cast more than 1 spell each turn. Okay, well, cool. You know, we're static orb right now, so that not really gonna matter on that one. Now, with Prison Fort decks, I don't like to scoop. You know, they're gonna earn their meal, they're gonna earn their win. We are ahead on the clock, so this is Magic Online. We do have a chess clock, so I'm not above getting a clock win on this one. So let's go ahead and tap haste, and right there. Oh man, I meant to untap the land right there. It didn't really matter. So we'll get down Temple of Malice. Let's scry, see what we can get into. Magma Jet. We'll put that on the bottom. Then we're gonna have to untap those 2 lands next turn. Now we can get down Reckless one. It's gonna cost 1 less. It'll cost 3. We're gonna untap 2 lands. Because if we get down Reckless one, then yeah, let's go and do that. Looking at 1, 2. And it does have haste, but it's going to enter the battlefield tapped. Get his commander a little smaller right there. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if there's anything else. No, we're good. Yeah, so we're going to untap. I meant to untap that lane last time, but I just got excited and untap 2 goblins. And we'll go to F6 because there's like literally nothing else we can do. Oh, also on a side note, guys, I don't know if I said this at the beginning. I do have the deck list up on MTGOTraders.com if you want to check it out. Pretty basic, you know, nothing too crazy. We got Mindclaw Shaman, and I think we might have some Zealous Conscripts in there. But yeah, it's up there if you want to check it out, down in the description. But yeah, I like playing against Pillow Fort decks, man. It's gives you some time to relax. Look at us, we're just sitting here chilling. You know, our opponent can try and extort us out, but a clock win is definitely on. I'm not above getting a clock win against a Pillow Fort deck. This is Magic Online. It is what it is. I don't mind doing it. Let's see if he goes for that. Well, he's tapping for a lot of mana. Or he's probably getting down Thalia right now, I would assume. As long as we stay ahead on the clock, we're good, man. Let's see what he's doing now. I'm thinking that was Thalia he was trying to get down. Or if he's trying to figure out if he wants to get down the Sword of Light and Shadow. But yeah, these goblins, dude, they're scrappy, man. A win's a win to them. They don't care. They just want to go home and tell their parents about it. So what just happened? Oh, he equipped it on there. Protection from white and black. So if we're going beat sticks, we may let him get in for 1. Return a creature card and get into Mother of Ruins. Okay. Untap 2 permanents. We're on the land bandwagon right now. Mud button torture. Okay. Alright. So. We get down the mud button. We get down mud button. Untaps. We make a copy. It dies. Deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So looking at 1/2. Kiki Jiki's going to cost 1 more. It's a clock. It's a better clock than if we untap 2 more lands, we're looking at getting a Chancellor of the Forge, getting into a bunch of goblins swinging in. He can disrupt our goblin combo if he wants to, but we're going to have some fun. So we can get down Kiki Jiki. It'll cost 1 less. No, yeah, I forget it comes into play tapped. Yeah. Let's go and go Kiki Jiki. Yeah, so let's go and get down Kiki Jiki because we can get down Mud Button and just start grinding them out with the Mud Button at the turn every single turn. Man, this is Magic Junk Time right here. And I guess we could swing in right now, but they're not going to untap. Then he'll just have a field day with Loxodon Gatekeeper coming in. Yeah, we're gonna hold off right now. We're gonna go on the Mud Button. So we can untap two lands, get into Mud Button, and just start making copies of it. It'll have to get into some type of removal to disrupt our every turn combo. Some sick goblin combo right there. Let's see what he's trying to tap for. Untap target artifact. But yeah, we can untap a land, untap Kiki Jiki. And then we can slowly grind it out. Okay. So we're looking at 20. So we've got 9 turns to close this bad boy out. So it's either we're going to Mud Button win or we're going to Clock win. Either one. Goblins will be happy. But we've got some time, so... well, no, here we go. Actually, if we want to, he has that destroy all creatures of power 4 or greater. So we would lose Reckless 1, and then we'd be able to swing it for 2, 4, 6. They won't untap. So untap Kiki Jiki. Untap Temple. So if we Mind Claw, yeah, the one it destroy our creature power 4 or greater. So we would swing in for we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dropping down to 18. That'd be quick right there. We may save it for next. Yeah, I'm gonna just go and get down Mud Button because we could get in for 8 right now, but we're just gonna do that right now. Wait, excuse me. We have to pay 2, I think. Yep. I forgot about the suppression field out there. Okay. I sure did. So we're definitely going to untap 2 lands, pay for Kiki Jiki, do the Mind Claw Shaman. And you know, he may not be able to close this one out. So we're just gonna ride this bad boy out. Okay, so it's going for a static or tap right there. There we go. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Well, wait. So he gets all of his untapped stuff. Okay, I get it now. He is at 6 minutes though, so I'm gonna make this as difficult as possible, since he's making it as difficult as possible for us too. Yeah, I was getting ready to do Kiki Jiki and Mud Button, but when you play a Pillow Fort deck, sometimes your brain just goes into cruise control mode, and I forgot about suppression field. So we can't go the Kiki Jiki mud button route. We're going to be untapping 2 lands. But we can still... Yeah, we're probably going to untap 2 lands, Kiki Jiki, destroy... Use his destroy all creatures power 4 or greater. We'll lose the reckless one, but at this point, I want to get rid of his Loxodon Gatekeeper. And like I said, man, the clock's real on Magic Online. We're not going to scoop on this one, because theoretically we could just keep untapping 2 lanes at a time right now. Yeah, that's what we're going to do next turn. We're going to untap 2 lands, use Kiki Jiki, make a copy of Mindclaw Shaman, cast that 1 card. Destroy. I'm pretty sure it was destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater out of his hand. Otherwise, we'd have cast it by now. I'm still going to leave the creatures up right now just to chump block. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Then after that, we can very slowly still pay 2, untap, do the mud button after that. So not the end of the world. Okay, so he's tapping for 3 right now. Sun Titan. Okay. He can get back Mother of Ruins. Now, if our game plan is to grind it out the clock out, because this is Pillow Fort, so I'm not above timing a Pillow Fort player out. Let's go. Let's just untap each turn and just get blockers for days with Kiki. Well, I forget they come into play tapped. No, okay, I know what we can do. We can blow everybody up. Untap 2 lands. Let's make a copy of Mindclaw Shaman. Then we're going to destroy our creatures with power 4 or greater. I'm pretty sure that's what he had in his hand. Yes, Retribution of the Meek. So then that's that Stony Silence. I could not remember that, man. I knew it was something with artifacts, and that's why it didn't matter to me. Stony Silent Disenchant. Good to know about. Okay. Now we can. So the key issue right now is Suppression Field and Static Orb. So if we disenchant on Static Orb, then we'll be able to untap all of our stuff. And then we can Kiki Jiki, we can Mindclaw Shaman on Retribution, but with that Sun Titan, I want to go ahead and just blow everybody up right now on our opponent's side. Alright, he scoops it up. Yeah, I was like, dude, we're gonna make you time out. Alright, guys. Yeah, we closed it out. So we had Disenchant on blowing all. We not Disenchant. We had Retribution of the Meek, destroy all of his creatures, and then if we wanted to, that next turn we can also untap 2 mana, make another copy of Mindclaw Shaman, cast the Disenchant on the Static Orb, untap everybody, and then finally have a full mana board. Yeah, so we'd have closed it out, and also our opponent was at 3 minutes right there, getting close to losing the game. So, alright, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.